What's up, welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Didi, the new coming-of-age drama film from Sean Wang in his directorial debut. This film is out in limited release from Focus Features after premiering at Sundance earlier this year. It's been opening very slowly, very traditional, slow rollout. I think as of this past weekend, it's only in 427 theaters. Didi is very worthy of the acclaim it's been getting. It's a compelling coming of age film for numerous reasons. One, very transportive back to its setting, in this case 2008. Really great to be with, Facebook 1.0, the MySpace top 8, texting on a flip phone, general cultural attitudes. It's done really well. It's also I think, very specific coming of age film. Director Sean Wang's perspective, it's autobiographical in a certain sense about a young boy about to enter high school and making a lot of typical teenage mistakes when it comes to interacting with friends, interacting with the opposite sex, butting heads with your parents, reconciling with your racial identity as a minority. I don't think anything thematically in Didi is like super groundbreaking, but it all felt really genuine. I think it came together in a nice way. It's a good time as a movie. It also never gets old to watch a teenager do cringy things, make mistakes you wish they wouldn't make, and I think that's just a sign of good storytelling. I think the setting also really helps, not just the time, the recent period piece nature of it all, but the fact that we're in like Fremont, California. It feels like a real place. Star Isaac Wong does a really, I think, good job as far as child acting performances go. He plays Chris, again, he plays Chris Wong, a stand-in, of course, for the director Sean. There's just a lot of like hallmarks of a movie like this. Just the natural, like, introverted nature of him in terms of his current friend group, him trying to branch out and find new friends, latching on with these skater kids, and a common theme is almost like trying to project a version of himself that he actually isn't, and then like rampantly like Google searching and trying to become what he said he already was, whether that's like posing as a skate videographer, things like that. It's just kind of funny in general, just being awkward around girls, not knowing what to say, not really being able to express himself and communicate. It's all very puberty, it's all very teenager, and anyone who's been through that obviously will recognize things in that. I think what sets this movie a bit apart, or at least makes it feel a bit more specific, is Chris's grappling with his Asian identity. He is a Taiwanese American, the son of immigrants, and his dad is actually still overseas in Taiwan, being kind of the breadwinner of the family. And his mom is played by Joan Chen. Joan Chen, of course, has had a really long career, but hasn't been too active in Hollywood for some time, and she, I think, is a really great performance. It's also a movie that, like, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop with a lot of these things, and there's some beats you can kind of like foresee coming, but it never gets like super dark, even when like conflict happens, bad things happen to Chris, things like that. Ultimately, it's pretty tame because that's the experience of most kids at that age. Above all else, Didi excites me for director Sean Wang in his directorial debut, because I think now we can firmly put Sean in this slowly growing group of young millennial and Gen Z filmmakers that we're excited about. Unsurprisingly, that's a list that's still pretty short. There hasn't been a lot of movies from people that young yet. Think of people like Emma Seligman or Cooper Raiff. There's only a handful of people really in this mix thus far. But I think now Sean is going to get a lot more attention as a rising filmmaker. That much is clear. But let me know, what did you most like about Didi? What grabbed you most about it? Let me know. And for more movie reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.